Hey everybody, how's it going? I been deciding for a long time if I wanted to make this video or not, but I think I am gonna finally make this video. Anyways, I wanted to tell everyone about my experience about day program that I used to go to for like a year and a half. I'm not gonna say the name of the place or the name of anybody, but I just want to explain my experience, and I'll just let you know that all because this is my experience doesn't mean it's going to be your experience if you ever join a day programmer or whatever. But this is just my personal experience. Anyways, um, I actually been out of it. I've been out of it for over a year because of the virus, and so things were closing down and stuff like that, and it was when we were in shut in or lockdown or whatever. um I decided, instead of that, I'm gonna start a instead of doing the day program, I'm gonna try to do job training for the first time. The yeah, the day program is like for people who don't know, it's like a place for people with autism, which I have, as well as people with other mental disabilities of different sorts, of different functioning levels, who go there and they volunteer and they learn certain life skills and stuff like that. And okay, anyways, I uh, yeah, anyway, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. At first, it was actually really interesting and fun. Like the first couple months, I started in the summer of 2018, like May, I think. And then I first went for one day, and then eventually in the August of 2018, I started going for 2 days, and it was Tuesday and Friday. Anyways, I don't want to make it too long, but the reason why, even though this affects me still to this day, is because it just wasn't that really great of an experience. And even though I've been out of this place for over a year now, or now over a year, like a year and a month now, it still affects me to this day. Nothing like, I wouldn't say, I don't want to make it over dramatic, like, oh my god, something tragic happened, but there's just some experiences. For example, a lot of the a lot of the workers there, like the staff members, while there's some good staff members, there's some that weren't very professional, and they would talk about really vulgar, rude, and inappropriate stuff over the phone in front of the clients, which I didn't agree with. When I told the leader of it, like, about it, about how they were talking about inappropriate stuff, the leader of it was like, yes, I agree, they're not supposed to be talking about that in front of the clients. Of course, I think after that, a lot of them they didn't like me, the staff, and I think some of them, particular, a couple of them even had an attitude towards me because of it. And not on so not only that, but yeah, it just, and they just, said things in front of the staff. Said things in front of the clients they shouldn't have been saying. That, I didn't like that. That's why I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna say what this place is or who it is, because this is I just want something to talk about. I kind of wanted to get it out, but I don't want to put out too much information. Anyways, another thing is, believe it or not, I didn't feel like I fit in at that group, which I thought finally I would find somewhere to fit in. But because of stuff that happened in my past with other friend groups I've been around, I was afraid that a lot of them wouldn't like me because or I felt like I wasn't good enough. I don't know how to describe it. I just guess, for example, some of them would be really in like at first they were really interested because maybe I was new and stuff, but then eventually it seems like they got bored of me and like kind of tossed me to the side some way and ignored me when I tried to talk to them. Some would walk away and do their own thing, and that made me feel bad. And another thing is little I guess because this is part of my severe anxiety that I have, that and the way I interact with people in the past, that when I see certain people like doing things, like making certain facial expressions or certain body language or whatever, that I think it's something bad or something inappropriate or something rude. And even this, I talk to the staff, and a lot of staff says, no, you don't have to worry about that. They're not like that. I still tend to worry because it's, I don't know. And for like every little thing that someone would at group, or every little thing a client would do, I would always worry and be like, well, what does it mean when they do this? What does it mean when they say that? Or why are they acting like this and why are they acting like that? It just, yeah, I guess it was just not a good experience. And then there was this one girl there, I won't say her name, that really bullied me for some reason. I never did anything to her. And she actually has Down syndrome, and I always thought that people with Down syndrome are usually friendlier. And for the most part, I'm sure they are, but I guess that's not always true because she was kind of mean. She said like I was ugly behind my back, and that really hurt. Um, she made faces at me and rolled her eyes, and then there was this other girl who always seemed to want my snacks, and I thought maybe she just was friends with me because of that. But I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I talk to staff about, and the staff say, because a lot of them don't know better. But still, I just don't know. I wanted to talk about this experience for a while because it's been infecting me, I guess. Because I thought it was be somewhere to fit in, or so. But the whole time most of the time that I was there, I was miserable. I didn't like going there. Oh, and then I used to go to Tuesdays, and I said how I was doing. I used to go to Tuesdays and Fridays. I changed the Tuesdays to Wednesdays. Because the Tuesday, we used to go to this big center and we would do Zumba, which was fun. But I guess because there was so many people there, and I felt uncomfortable, and some of the behavior that were doing, I was questioning, and some of the behavior was off-putting, and I didn't understand it, and I didn't know what it meant, and I didn't want to go anymore to that, so I changed it to Wednesdays. A lot of the stuff, for example, is like, I hope I don't sound weird when I'm saying this, but for example, one of them, even though they're like, there might be one that has like maybe the mind of a young, like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old or something like that, because they are on different levels. And then sometimes you would see them bouncing up and down, and to like most adults, or that might look kind of weird. And in part of my mind, like, are they doing that? Are they trying to be rude? Are they trying to be inappropriate? Because I knew higher functioning people in the past that did do inappropriate stuff and say inappropriate things. And not only that, I had people who made fun of me because I wasn't into that type of humor. So, including other high functioning autistic people who would make fun of me for that. And it really made me feel bad. So when I seen other people do that, when I seen them do that, my anxiety gets to me, and I think that what they're doing is actually inappropriate, is something inappropriate, and then I'm afraid that they'll find out I'm not into that, and they might make fun of me or something. But or think I'm boring, or not, a lame person to hang out with or whatever. So a lot of times, every time I seen something that was questionable, I would get very worried and scared and just uncomfortable. And I think, yeah. So that's the main reason. And I've talked to the staff, and a lot of times the staff would say that I don't have to worry about it. They're not into that type. A lot of them don't even know that type of humor or into that kind of stuff, or even understand that kind of stuff. But part of my anxiety would still work up and tell me things like, "Oh yes, they definitely are into that," and the staff is just saying that to make me feel better, and it just wasn't a good experience. So that's why I decided to quit, and I'm gonna try to do a different type of program. But that was just my experience, and I just wanted to talk about it. And it was not a good experience. I've been more, and my depression's been way worse than, I mean, I already have depression and anxiety, but my depression and anxiety has been skyrocketing in the past 2-3 years because of this program. And I finally thought I find somewhere where I'd fit in, but it just seems like it's just as stressful as any other environment, unfortunately. And I hope that all that stuff that I thought did happen was just my mind playing tricks on me, and it wasn't really, people there acting rude or foolish or whatever, and it was just all my mind. Because, yeah. And that's just all I wanted to say. Is just a lot of the staff were inappropriate and talked up and said rude things on the phone with their friends and stuff, or with each other. A lot of the staff, a lot of the stuff the clients did were questionable. One client was mean, and it just wasn't a good experience. Now, I'm sure if any of you who are watching this ever plan on joining a day program or whatever by any chance, I'm not going to say this is going to happen to you. This is just my personal experience. So, I'm not trying to stop you from going or whatever. But I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, because I've shared my experience of other things with you guys in the past. So I decided I wanted to do this. Anyways, I will see you guys later some other time. I'm sorry I rambled on for too long. I just was a little scared to get this out, but I wanted to finally get it out and maybe see how it goes. And I do feel a little better when this out and, talking about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. And if you want to make any other suggestions of videos I should make, then go ahead, say that in the comments. Anyways, see you guys later. Have a nice day. Good night and bye.